Hey guys, I'm Tim, the Board Game Rundown. We're at Gen Con, and I'm here to talk to Seppy Yoon from Fight in a Box. I'm so excited. You may have seen on a previous episode, West talking about End of the Line, and then there is also, because we're talking about, I'm totally blanking on your game right now.
Conquest Princess. Fashion is power.
Fashion is power.
Fashion is power.
Well, see, I got caught up in trying to get the fashion is power part right. That I was like, Conquest, fashion, Princess Power, way off.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
It was. And I've heard that game is insane. West loves it.
It is actually, I'm working on my low game designer self-esteem. The game is actually great.
Yes.
I only worked on it, Tim, for 6.5 years.
Oh,
actually, it's 7 now.
You may want to let it cook a little longer
more.
before
I went through 2 sets of writing partners for that one.
Now, did it change themes or anything like that, or was it always that theme?
The mechanisms changed and the theme changed a little.
Okay.
The first version of it, I started over 9 times, Tim.
Oh my gosh.
9 times. And,
now,
yeah.
Have you ever had to fight with a game that hard to get it to where you want it to be?
Oh my God, always time. It's like giving birth, Tim.
Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Or at least I assume so.
Because some people are like, oh no, I woke up, I had this idea for a game, and like, here it is.
That happened for Squirrel or Die.
Okay.
Our little game Squirrel or Die, I concepted it in my head, and 3 weeks later I had like the first versions of it like playable.
Right on. Right on.
But after that, they've all been a struggle.
A struggle, a fight in a box.
A fight, yes.
Yes.
You're fighting that box. Hedgehog Hop are another one of our tiny games. I actually made one version of the game, and then I made a second, thinking that people would like a variant. The variant ended up becoming the primary version of it. And it's a thing with me. Yeah.
So are you going to do a variant of End of the Line then? Or?
All right, so End of the Line coming up next year is going to be our big box title after Conquest Princess, and it's going to be our 10th anniversary edition.
Holy smokes, that's awesome.
Yes, but if you like the archaic, like crazy, like the Gen Con special has us opening up the vaults of Fight in a Box, and you can get the original version with the weirdo extras.
When I'm not working, I've already got the QR code on the website on my phone. We did that right.
Yeah.
Well, technically we did it on camera, but it's going to be edited out. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about that. So I've just from reading the back of processing while we were setting up and knowing about End of the Line.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have something in common, I think.
What is it? We love apocalypses?
We love apocalypses. I don't know why we want the world to end, apparently, but...
Gen X people are obsessed.
Yes.
We all were like promised that the world was going to end the day after.
Yes.
Said that the world was going to end, and we were all ready, but we were also solo and self-sufficient. Like survivalist, solo self-sufficient that...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the themes are hilarious, a little dark. Well,
very dark.
Pretty dark, but I love it. With that twist, that like, I don't want to say sarcasm, but like that snarkiness that's in there, right? You know, that
dark humor.
I love it. I am a big, laugh or cry. Well, I'm gonna laugh, right? It's.
I almost called this Michigan humor.
Oh,
Michigan people will laugh at really mean things.
I would, I mean, I'm from northern Indiana, and I would say also yes.
Like
we're close enough. Yeah, he's the meanest person I know.
Like
he's a cruel, cruel person.
Laughter is part of our process to cope.
It is 100% correct.
If you're from Michigan, the Supreme Court of Michigan said you do not have the constitutional right to clean drinking water.
Right. I mean, so if you can't laugh at that, what are you going to laugh at?
Taste the lead in the water.
I mean, or they just don't care.
Let's steal the governor. Let's do that.
Yeah. They're full of great ideas up there. They're full of great ideas. Now that we've lost all 10 of our Michigan subs.
We love Michigan. What are you talking about?
I love the state. I hate the university because I'm a Notre Dame fan. So I got that problem.
Yeah,
so
go blue.
It's an issue for me.
Yeah.
It's an issue for me.
Now you lost them.
Yeah, now they're really gone.
Yeah,
right. We started talking sports, so I lost people for sports, and I lost people for just the dividing line.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you are not designing hilarious games, that's my opinion, but it's also fact.
The themes are hilarious. The gameplay is actually smart.
Good point. when you're not designing games, what are you doing? What do you do?
This is full time for me.
This is full time for you?
I do have 2 part-time gigs to be able to eat,
Oh,
but those are side hustles. I have 2 side
Sure.
hustles. I help. My business partner also owns a game store.
Oh, right on.
So I help him with like businessy stuff, markety stuff, and hirey stuff.
Very cool.
So I do that for Tower Games in Minneapolis. If you're up there, check it out. It's great.
Yes. Will do.
And then I also I'm on the board for Matt Paquette.
Okay.
Matt does graphic
Oh,
design
yeah,
for
yeah,
games.
Be creative.
Yeah, be creative.
That's
Be
right.
Creative
I need to
Social-
find him so I can yell "Be creative." at him.
Yeah, so Matt, I help him out with Tim. People don't know this about me,
Okay.
but project management is my love language.
Oh, okay.
So End of the Line was our first Kickstarter. Conquest Princess successfully funded. Guess how many of our crowd funds delivered early?
Ooh. All of them.
Almost 3 of our crowd funds delivered early on their crowdfund promise, and the other ones on time.
That is a unicorn. If I didn't like you, I would call you a liar, because that never happened.
It is. It's
The-
project management. I love like fight fans. If you want to be appreciated as a fan, become a fight fan. Like
Well-
I care about the things that you care about, like getting your games, quality of components, maybe not themes. Like if you don't like a bizarre theme, maybe
Maybe you're not. Well, but some people don't care about theme. Some people are like, I don't care about theme. I just want to play the
Then,
game.
yeah.
And I like both. I think you can. A game doesn't have to have a great theme for me, but if it does, even better.
I must have a compelling theme to drive my mechanisms as a game designer.
Well, now as a designer, it's a different angle, right?
It
So you
is.
start with theme or mechanics first.
Usually for me, it's theme.
Yeah.
You can either start with a component, a theme, or a mechanism.
Oh, sure.
And even
Like,
people who say they start with a mechanism are usually starting with one of the other 2.
oh, right.
So normally for me, it's trying to create a representation of the feeling of action of a universe in the
So
game.
when you like Conquest Princess, then
Conquest is fashion is power.
what you are doing is you are the mechanics are driving the theme to make it.
All right. If I had to say, if it had one signature feature, the mechanisms and theme matchup for that game is tops.
Right on.
Absolutely. And you'd like, how is that even possible? Everything is driven by the story, and the mechanisms are so tight, approachable, but original that it's a communal bag builder.
Oh yeah, I've looked at it a lot because it's like, what is this? This sounds amazing because I love bag building games. There's not enough of them.
Yeah.
And then to make it a communal bag builder is insanity. Like what?
Yeah.
So because I've found also though that sometimes a really good theme can help people learn the game.
Yes.
Because sometimes for the mechanisms to click, if you don't, I don't really know why I'm doing this. I just know if I do this, I get this, and I guess I do something with this. And it's like, no. I'm doing this because now thematically it feeds into all this stuff, and you're like,
okay. So
all
one
makes
way
sense.
that works, this is going to happen multiple times in Conquest Princess, but one way that works is how the game is broken up into missions.
Okay.
It's really not one game, it's 4 games.
Sure.
And the first game is the intro mission, and it's called the Captain Ashi Maroon.
Okay.
In
So
the
like the Kobayashi Maroon?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Tim.
I mean, it sounded like something that I've heard of, but I'm sure it's a coincidence.
Yeah, it's a complete
Complete
coincidence.
coincidence.
So in the Captain Ashi Maroon, you are going to learn the core mechanisms about what it means to be a time-space agent for the Tiara. And the Tiara stands for the Temporal Intergalactic Armed Response Agency.
I like that even better than the TARDIS. So
What are you talking about? I've never
I
heard
don't
of
know
this
either.
TARDIS.
Yeah. It's a thing it's a timey-wimey thing from something else.
Wibbly wobbly, tiny
Yeah.
Yes,
all
absolutely.
of that. All of that.
If you like deep cuts and references, our games are
I'm learning
fantastic.
this. I'm learning
for
this.
you. Yeah. So on top of all of these, like countless Easter eggs, it's a really great game that teaches you what you need to know to embrace the next mission, which is basically the next leveled up version of the game.
Oh, sure. Here's the same game, new rule, a few more rules integrated in.
New aspects. I wouldn't say rules,
Okay.
I'd say aspects. So in the first Captain Ashi, you are learning about your core suit and the actions you can take.
Okay.
And of course, the actions that you can take are move, shoot, and engage.
Okay.
Engage basically means activate the location
do
you're in.
something there,
It
yeah.
basically means activate where you are. And so what that means, and the power of your core suit. Because in Conquest Princess, fashion is power.
Right.
Right? Every agent has a core suit that, of course, magically girl transforms
Nice.
into its ultimate form. And so in the very first mission, we have to teach you how to do all the basics, plus how to magically girl transform.
I love it.
It is
I love
great.
it.
So the standard mission has most of the rules.
Okay.
Okay, and that is called the pet rescue, and that really leans into the aspects of how the space fashion items affect gameplay.
Okay.
So even in the first one, we understand the core suit, but there's two other main types of fashion in the game that you need to understand, and of course you accessorize with a space pet co-pilot.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So yes.
So if what if you're bad at fashion? Because I am terrible. At
No,
like, it is
you
a
can-
T-shirt and shorts.
Have you ever enjoyed either Star Trek or Sailor Moon?
Yes.
If those you wanted those two to have a baby,
There we
this
are.
is this game.
We're good.
Did you need to understand the sailor suits to appreciate
Oh
them?
no, I
Then-
still don't.
Yes,
It
so-
just work.
Yeah, exactly. You can have that same entry level to this game.
Love it.
If you like either of those two things, or if you are a person who loved the surprises of something like everything, everywhere, all at once, this game is for you.
Awesome.
If I told you, Tim, we're going to have a game about how an old world woman comes to terms with her daughter's sexuality as a film, would you have gone out of your way to go see that movie?
No,
But
I mean
that is exactly what everything, everywhere, all at once is about.
right. Well, no, you're 100%, and it's
Yeah.
an incredible movie.
I'm sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, that's all right.
Spoilers.
I mean, I think that I will say though that like you could go and watch that movie and just be on the roller coaster and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, you didn't-
without
you-
even digging into the core principles of it.
Or
You know what I
if
mean?
somebody had said, hey, you got to go see this movie, it's going to be the most touching scene with googly eyes that
You've
you've ever
ever-
seen.
yes.
And the person would go, no.
Right.
Conquest Princess is the board game version of that feeling.
That's amazing.
Like, the things in it, we've gone to a lot of other media people, and we said, just try it.
Just
They're like, I don't think this theme is for me. I'm like, just try it.
yeah.
And they have turned around. You can hear them on Level Up. You can hear them
Yeah.
on Secret Cabal.
Everybody.
You can hear Mike Datey. You can hear
Yes.
all these people who have this aha moment
They-
going.
Yes. Yeah, I actually heard about it. Well, I didn't hear about the first. I heard about the first time from Wes, but I did I was listening to Secret Cabal, and they were even talking about it. They're just
Yes, they're like, this. We did not
They're going
think the
nuts.
theme is for us. Oh my gosh,
Well,
this theme.
for me, like the more gonzo and crazy the theme, the better, because I just like weird, random, because anybody can go. We could throw a rock and hit a game about trading in the Mediterranean here at Gen Con, right? You know what
Any
I mean?
type of agriculture or wildlife, there's a game within
Yes.
60 meters. We could throw a javelin.
And now even Vikings, right? Or
Right.
zombies, because those are the
Oh,
other
yeah.
two big themes now.
it was
right?
Cthulhu, a little less Cthulhu.
A little
now.
less Cthulhu.
Yep.
I love Cthulhu stuff, don't get me wrong.
Yep.
And I'll sit down and play any game, but like the crazier the theme, I'm like, well, I at least got to know what the hell this is about.
We are changing. All right, the mindset used to be, if the theme is that out insane, the mechanisms must not be that good.
Oh, sure, because you're hiding something.
Right. Now that's changing a lot. Like Cosmic Frog is a legitimately great game.
Yeah, crazy theme.
Right?
Like what?
I hear the Stonewall two-player game is actually insanely good.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I thought it was historical, and because of the theme,
Right.
I'm like, whatever. Oh, it's gonna teach me. Who knows? But
Like I
heard
already
the-
know all about this.
Yeah,
I don't
but
need to play a game to
yeah,
learn
but
about
I
it.
hear the gameplay is great. So we are now entering that next era for board games.
Where yes.
where
yeah,
everything has to fire.
the market's now too big.
309 releases.
Yeah. It's huge. It was funny because I was at Origins and I was like, really? It didn't feel like there was a lot coming out at Origins and everything, which is fine. I got to meet it gave me a lot of other time to do
Right.
other things and stuff. But, and then you're like, oh, is Gen Con going to be like that? Nope.
Nope.
Like I look at Gen Con, I'm like, Oh my God,
Yeah,
so much
you
stuff.
needed that BGG list to go, okay, what am I going through?
Yeah, I'm like making notes. Like I
Yeah.
gotta go see this. I gotta go see this.
Yeah, like
So
that's a lot. Yeah.
It's-
So Alex Radcliffe has Conquest Princess clocking in at 13th for best games of the year so far.
Wow, that's not nothing.
That guy is a hard
See,
sell.
you normally they say like don't read your own press. You know, maybe you should read so you feel better about your designs. Because
Tim, why are you conspiring with my therapist to change
Listen,
my like?
I'm just here to help.
Yeah,
that's all I.
that's-
yeah. I'm a
yes.
trans-dimensional being that is
Ooh,
just.
then you must be a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously you kind of like and are excited about Galactic Princess, Fashion is Power a little bit. But what did I get it right? I got it right.
Conquest Princess.
What did I say?
Galactic Princess.
Son of a biscuit.
We have a galactic despot. We're overcoming a galactic tyranny. A Mugaga is the fashion tyrant.
Everything Seppy just said. I'm not going to attempt to repeat that because I already have con brain and I've been at it for an hour and a half.
Oh my God, the con lobotomy is real, Tim.
It's a thing.
I literally have to take copious amounts of notes before like a major convention, understanding the con lobotomy will wipe out everything.
Everything. If I don't have a tiny device in my pocket that tells me I need to be here, then
Right.
I need to go look at this booth and talk to these people.
Yes.
I am just a lost puppy.
Oh yeah, my tiny device told me to show up.
Yeah, thank goodness it did, because otherwise you would have been stampeded by the Lorcana people out at the Ravensburger area.
Those people want that game.
Man.
They want it.
Yeah, you know, I get it. I mean, I'd play it. I'd get one. I don't feel like I need to arm myself and, you know,
Step.
and fight for it, but, you know, it'll happen.
Yeah.
So, okay. We've
right.
got, in front of me, I've got processing.
Processing is fantastic. Now, there's only two
in the world.
social area control games out there in that genre that I know.
Social area control.
And so that is Four Humors by Adam's Apple.
Oh, we're supposed to talk to them. Okay.
Okay, so Charlie's fantastic. And processing.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, there's two in the genre.
So I'm going to get to see two of these in the same day. I'm very excited.
No,
the only two in the world.
Processing was first. On
Dibs.
Charlie is local, and he's like, hey, can I use that mechanism in my game? I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
So this is the thing. So yes, so those two games in this thing.
Because while we were setting up, I was reading the back of processing, and I'm just laughing out loud because you are being enslaved. You are enslaved by alien overlords.
Yeah.
And your job is to sort out the remaining survivors?
Yeah, not just one alien, Tim, but the confederated alien overlords.
Oh, even better.
And I'm so gay, I will YMCA anything.
I love it.
I often tell
that's
people.
the best way to use that.
No,
reference.
absolutely. I often tell people that I'm so gay, unicorns ask me about rainbows. Now you see why West and I get along.
You made my day. That is the best thing ever. I love that so much. I love that.
It's really hard to be me right now. Like Meta, the people that the haters came for me during the Conquest Princess.
Well, you know that was a thing, and that sucks.
No, like everybody should know. Like it's hard to be on social media now and not get caught up in unfriendly stuff.
Well,
and I feel bad for everybody.
Well, but what's crazy though is that I don't think people realize that still happens to the level that it does, right?
Oh my gosh!
Because I think a lot of people go, "Oh yeah, well no, I'm cool with it."
I don't want to be a
and
downer
my friends
about
are cool with
but
it, and they think that everything's fine, and it's like, no. People are still getting barraged, you know.
Yeah. No, I had to take screenshots and other stuff and put it in a place in case physical violence happened. No, it's seriously bad news, Tim.
So okay. Just while we're on that topic, because I feel like that's super important to talk about. As long as you're comfortable.
I don't want to be a downer.
No,
this
no,
is your show.
not
I
a
think
downer.
it's good. It could be a special segment about social consciousness.
Not a downer at all, though. But did you ever feel like potentially too personal question.
What?
Have you been out the whole time you've been publishing games?
Because the exact statistic, Tim, is I've been out longer than Magic the Gathering.
I love that. That is awesome. Okay, because my next question would have been, did you feel like that at any time that would have affected your game sales?
Oh, absolutely it does.
Okay.
Absolutely it does.
Sure.
The Conquest Princess is a fantastic game, but no one wants to go to an environment where people are being violent. We inherently want to go
Right.
away.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But like a convention, Kublai Khan wanted to show its support for the title. They got so much hate that I had to clean it up in the morning, and I only go through the awful every morning and every night for the stuff that the people whose page it was didn't get to.
Wow. Wow. That
It was an all-day thing, like, and they just like, hey, you know, in their convention, it's just a general audience, like, and you know, I have a continent of awesome, like the fight fans are incredible. They're wildly diverse. They, you know, the place where doomsday preppers and the ultra left and the ultra right meet at doomsday prepping.
Right.
And end of the line, I got picked up by the #1 Twitter doomsday prepper back 10 years ago when I did it. And so, yeah, and since then, the fight fans have always gotten along. And so it was really weird to me that so much viscera ended up being thrown at this, because I really believe in the power of laughter and storytelling, Tim. I think it is a place you will inherently start to like someone if you can complete a game with them.
Yeah.
And before anybody should be able to talk to each other about non-game things, I feel like everybody should sit down and play a game.
Well, and then that also, right, that gives you inside jokes immediately.
Right.
You know, common.
Yeah.
You've broken ice. You've got common ground, and you get to know them a little bit, because most people that have so much hate inside of them really just need, I think, to meet more people.
Well, I don't want to judge whatever they got going on.
That's my opinion.
I want to talk about the awesome people who make ice cream and board games. When people often say, like, people suck, I'm like, that's dismissive. Number one, I think kindness.
Because I have said that, and I'm wrong.
The kindness is in the majority.
Right.
Everybody, let's all embrace kindness in the majority. Like random people and haters, there's something going on with them.
And sometimes they're loud. They're just louder than everybody else.
Well,
sometimes,
the algorithm really rewards awe puppy moments or road rage moments.
Yes.
And right now, all the social media platforms are failing their own safety standards for LGBTQ people.
Yes.
And the reason is because engagement is up, which means ad revenues are up. So they're not even enforcing their own standards.
No, because the money's coming in, right?
And they're not gonna do it until after the election. So we got 15 more months of this, Tim.
I hate election cycles so much.
I do too.
It's really like kicking the hornet's nest.
For me, it's just like, you don't have to wake up and wonder if your rights have been taken away every 4 years.
Also true. And, you know, yeah, it's something that's very easy to take for granted. But yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. I hate that so much.
And nobody wants to hear it. And no, that's not where, like, and it creates an environment where people who are even interested in learning can't learn.
Right. Yeah. They force everybody to put tunnel vision, and it's like,
because you walk past, like, you know, like, I'm from Minneapolis. Our city was on fire 3 years ago, right?
Yes.
Like, all right, when your city is on fire is not the time you stop on the street and go, hey, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
No one does that.
Let's talk about this a little. Like,
we should do that, that's why it starts the dialogue. But while the streets are on fire, people are like, no, I'm gonna go. And that's the same, like, as a representation, like, when people see so much hostility, they turn it out.
Yeah.
Like, this is not for me. Games are supposed to be fun.
Yes.
I want to learn, but maybe I don't want to be where people are yelling at each other right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair.
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if I'm yelling at you when we're playing a board game, it's
Yeah,
probably because we're going nuts and having a great time.
That's good.
You know, that.
Right.
But there's a difference
If
between
you played End of the Line with me, then that's because I murdered your whole family.
Yes. And I would yell about it, but I would also laugh like this right afterwards.
Well, End of the Line has the Vengeful Dead variant, where you can then try to make everybody else a loser by murdering everybody else. And so, as we've just finished talking about love, let me talk about my games.
Which is, again, why somebody like West, who will just make this interview all about West, which is why somebody like West loves the game so much. No, I love games like Game of Thrones, and like just the backstabbier, the better.
Yeah, the opposite ends of the pool, which is Conquest Princess versus End of the Line, is a real thing. Like, one's all co-op or solo, and one is a last family standing.
That's
last family standing.
So Conquest Princess is a full co-op
Yeah, and solo.
and solo.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, 1 to 4, true solo, true co-op play.
Nice. How hard is the co-op? Because we like difficult co-ops.
It's mind-meltingly hard.
Okay.
But if you need to stay on the easy end of the pool, you can start with the intro mission.
Oh yeah. You can
And
mitigate
if you
it a
need
little
to
bit.
dial down the difficulty, you can do that.
Sure.
By setting the danger level lower at the beginning.
Got you.
Okay.
Got
And
you.
so you can do that for all the various missions.
See, I like playing games like Ghost Stories and Black
Ooh,
Orchestra where they
yeah.
just beat the heck out of you the whole time.
Then this is for you.
Yeah. I mean, I already knew it was for me just because the theme was amazing. Communal bag building, incredible.
Yeah,
Like we talk all the time, just mechanics we'd like to see more of, and I've never even heard of communal bag building.
Or social area control.
I've never even heard of social area control. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing some
Sorry,
of your
we went
experience.
to sorry.
No, do not apologize
The
for that.
last thing is, before we
yes.
go doom and gloom, whatever it is, gaming is trying to be more inclusive, and there's a lot of awesome people trying to do a lot of awesome things.
Yes.
And people want to stop hearing how, constantly be beat up about how they have to improve. That's exhausting too.
Sure.
So I want to talk about the positive thing. Chip Theory it gives award for people who are doing good things to the community.
Right.
And they awarded me their first industry champion award. And what that means for
Congratulations.
people who are, what that means for late backers or backers of the Conquest Game Found, I shouldn't say backers, supporters for the Game Found.
Because it's a different, right.
Chip Theory is paying for shipping from China, or making sure that shipping from China happens.
Oh, right.
So that a little indie does not have to worry about all the crazy shit that happened.
That's crazy, man. That's
so
awesome.
It's an endorsement so that there's one less thing for people who want to support an indie to take off their list.
That is so cool, and that's got to be huge.
For me, it's just I like that I can't thank them enough for recognizing
You're a
me this
project manager. You are going to make it happen.
It is my love language.
They just facilitated that for you.
It is my love language. I do
so
love
so
some
now are
project
you going to be able to be hands off and let them handle that, or do you still get to get in
I
there?
still have to do that.
Oh,
but
okay.
but
they're covering the expenses.
They're covering the expenses.
That's very
and
cool.
in case I get in trouble, they'll step in and all the kinds of stuff.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah,
kudos
it's
to
nice
Chip Theory. That's really cool.
No, thanks so much to them. They're local to us. There's a million game companies in Minneapolis.
Yeah. So are you then the prince of games, and not like Prince as in royalty, but like Prince as in the purple one of games up there?
The Paisley Park.
Yeah.
No, I mean Prince was cool and successful and talented.
Well, you're more accessible.
I'm just happy to be here.
You're way more accessible than he ever was. But
I'm like the mendicant of gaming.
Oh, okay.
I'm begging my way into every situation.
Please,
that
sir. Please.
Yes, please. Yes. Seppy would like to publish another game. Seppy would like to publish another game.
What? More games?
More games.
No.
Tim, I love that you get all the references.
Well, here's the thing: is so I've been at a virtual game table with you before.
Yep.
So I already kind of unofficially broke the ice, right, by sitting at a table and playing games with people. I knew I was getting. I heard you on Tabletop Submarine.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've heard other people talk about you.
Have you heard me on We're Not Wizards?
No. Okay. I'm gonna. I will today.
That was the most surreal. I love Richard so much. Richard is a surrealistic journey through how to get to know the people who are making games.
Okay.
He literally says, don't worry about talking about your projects. I'm sure we'll sneak it in there.
We'll get there.
But we're going to talk about you. And we're not going to talk about your ego or super ego. We're going to talk about your id.
Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Did you have to lay down on a couch for that interview?
Afterwards, you feel like you do need to lay down.
Was he taking notes?
Yeah, well,
tell me about your mother.
Yeah, no, my God. I'll tell you about my mother.
That's hilarious.
What's a tortoise? Seriously,
Yeah.
that is... Yeah, Richard is amazing.
That's awesome. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah,
I'm going to check that out.
It's crazy.
Because, for me, this is I just want to, if I don't already know you, I want to get to know you, right? Because this whole hobby and everything is all about relationships, and it's all about...
I love the industry. I do.
It's strangely such a weird, small world. You know what I mean? I met blah, 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 but I was just gaming with so-and-so, and they're like, oh, yeah, I know so-and-so. And then, boom, 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 boom. It's that that board that Charlie Day's got all the yarn, and all the strings attached. Everybody's connected, and I just love all the relationships that even just being a gamer before I even did a show, where it's like, oh, I get to go to Gen Con or somewhere and meet designers, and then they remember you, and you're like, well, I play your game all the time. How do you know who I am? This is blowing my mind. And they're just everyday people, right?
We try to remember people. We already covered the cotton lobotomy.
Yeah. It's
right,
also
yeah,
true.
Please forgive people. They definitely want to connect with you, especially if you're in their fan base, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But
And
so
often they do.
they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. Well, I think, when you put anything out, and I will say this as a content creator, but not even putting near the work in that you do as a game designer.
As
I will say, though,
content creators are very important, and
they-
you put a lot of work.
they-
Like you have 3 fancy cameras
we
here,
do
Tim.
have 3 fancy cameras
Like
on
you've
this
got
side.
You've got a guy working the sound booth
We
and
do.
the cameras,
It's-
all that kind of stuff. And he's like, he needs to take those rings off. He keeps on hitting the
I know.
table.
I keep hitting the table. Hopefully the mics are far enough away that this
know, man.
doesn't happen. Yeah, he's over there. He's a hologram. This is all. That's a green. This is all green
it's
screen.
true.
It's all hologram.
He's your app.
We were like, how can we get Seppy into the
Yeah,
booth? These aren't
yeah.
even wired to anything.
Oh,
This
that's
isn't going
good.
anywhere.
That's good.
I just wanted to. This is my
Best
excuse
interview then at the
to
convention.
meet people. No, but that's the thing, right? Is like doing interviews and even just hanging out and talking to people, just getting to know people, because I genuinely just like to hang out and meet people, and I used to be so deathly shy as a young person, and couldn't talk to anybody, couldn't even order my own food.
This is very important.
And
okay?
then
I need a social construct for us to
oh sure,
engage with, or I am super awkward.
agree.
Like even
yeah.
more, I'm awkward now, but
Nah.
since we are doing this thing, there's a set of rules for it.
Right.
And I understand where I am supposed to be in this social interaction.
Right.
Tim, if you come at me at a random time where I'm not, you will see me very quiet and very weird. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? What is this thing?
What are we? My brain says I'm supposed to say hello and shake a hand.
You saw me earlier today walking around with West.
Oh yeah.
He's
your social construct.
He is my he's my support like personality. I'm not walking around. I'm introducing people to my friend West.
Oh.
So I understand immediately what I'm supposed to do.
It's crazy, but it really, really helps when you've got something like that.
It does.
Purpose.
And a game is that.
Yeah, games are 100% that.
Yeah,
which
like
is,
you sit down, you understand, right? And then eventually people relax enough, and and now you have enough common experience.
yes.
Right?
And it's funny because I play solo games fine and I enjoy them, but I kind of have to be in the mood for them.
Mm-hmm.
But normally when I'm playing a game, I want to play with as many people,
Then
as,
this is up to 6 players.
as I can. As many people where it doesn't then make it a 4-hour
No, it's
slog.
45 minutes.
Right.
6 players, 45
Right.
minutes.
So the thing is, though, is games are such awesome social experiences.
They are.
Even if some of them are just virtually solitaire, where your board doesn't affect my board and blah, 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 we still play. Some people hate that. I don't care. If I'm playing a game and having fun, that's all that matters.
What about this aspect? Feel into my sack.
Okay,
Tim.
let's do this.
Take some of those out.
Ooh. What?
Take some
Hold
of those out. Feel
Ooh.
that.
Ooh.
Feel that.
Ooh.
Oh.
I didn't even ask for permission.
Yes, you did. I gave you permission.
Oh my God. I love that sound.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you're playing a game and you're fiddling with bits. Okay, so hold on. Before we got it. So processing, you're answering to alien overlords.
It's a
You
voting
are-
game.
Voting game.
Area over control, right? There are
Yes.
conveyor belts filled with cows and people,
Okay.
and you are voting to where that group of both cows and people go. And they can go to 3 places. They can go free to live in the alien utopia. They've been okay to live there. They can be probed for science.
Then you have to yell that, right?
No, I do, but you
Yeah.
don't. Or they could be turned into meat.
Well, I saw it because it says for science in quotation
Yeah,
marks.
for
with
science!
it. For science.
For science.
Yeah.
Yeah, for science.
She blinded me with science.
Yeah.
And then I ended up in that line.
Yes, that's right. Or turning them into meat.
Meat.
And so the deal is you have 3 secret alien bosses, and every
Okay.
time you play out 6 votes, and then you put down secretly one of your bosses. Now, each alien boss wants a different thing to happen to a different something.
Okay.
So the Vegantors, Tim,
Okay.
are giant vegan robots.
Oh, so
What
they
do
don't want meat.
They want nothing to be turned into meat,
Ah.
and they want everything to be freed.
Oh, okay.
The tentacle beasts,
Uh huh.
what do they want?
Science for probing.
Yeah, they want everything to be scienced and nothing to be set free. Okay?
Right, right.
And so that you have the missionarians, the space Mormons, they show up. They don't like probing. They're really into meat. You know these guys. And so they all are different. They are all into different things.
I genuinely love this so much.
No, it's great.
I genuinely love this so much. Oh my God.
Honestly,
I knew nothing about this game before we sat down at the table.
Yeah.
This is legit excitement for this.
For Gen Con, we opened up our vaults. You can get deluxe versions of all our games.
Okay.
We only have a couple of each.
Sure.
So if people are here or interested in that kind of thing,
oh my God,
they should snatch up the deluxe versions because we will. Like the vault is practically empty.
Yeah, you're just clearing out the vault.
Like no, not clearing out. Just open up special. I'm a hoarder.
Oh, so this is like when Disney used to like every 10 years
open up a time capsule.
Open up the vault and be like, okay, so this is like the one time you can buy Snow White for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter because they went streaming and you can get everything anytime.
So it's something like that. So this is the deluxe version of Hedgehog Hop. Feel these.
Yeah. So is this the wreath theme of Hedgehog Hop, or are there hedgehogs in here? Oh, there's hedgehogs in here. I didn't even see. I don't know that you could see these on camera, but these guys look groove. I feel like that groove is my spirit animal right there. I am feeling it.
It is good. So that is where Squirrel or Die explores place and memory. This explores area control and combos.
Okay.
And then Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber is the third in the small box series, and that explores hidden roles and rotation.
So rotation of the rolls?
Of the tiles.
Of the tiles. Okay.
These are all tiles. All three of our small box games are tile games.
Tiles.
So Squirrel or Die, Hedgehog Hop, Mouse, Cheese,
and then
Cat,
are
Cucumber.
these like face down?
No, these will be face up.
Okay.
Squirrel or Die is the one that has face down.
So how does Hedgehog Hop work then?
Okay,
give me just a quick. I want to know.
We started with a grid of hedgehogs. Okay. Like, let's say this is a micro grid. This is not how the actual grid works.
Damn it, Seppy is also a professional game demoer. That's that's for real. You're real. I've heard legend.
People like my demos. I like that.
Yeah,
I've worked very hard on them.
Yeah.
So, you see, there's an arrow.
Correct.
Okay. So all the grooves come from this side. All the slides come from. We'll push this up a little bit so you can see.
Sure.
So all the grooves come from this side. All the slides come from this side, and all hops come from the bottom.
Okay.
Now, Tim, why don't any of the hedgehogs come from the top?
Because they're spiky?
Good answer, but it's because they're already getting down, and that would be redundant. So let's say this was in my
way better than any answer I would have ever come up with.
You know, I'm Paisley Park. I may or not have visited. So if I wanted to play this hedgehog, I move them in, and since we have conservation of hedgehog momentum, they have to bump up one.
Okay.
And then I check to see if they're neighbors, if they match dance moves and anything else.
Okay.
So it could be either border or illustration.
Okay.
Which is also this icon or the color.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's dance move plus one other thing. If they do that, I would score you a backup dancer that goes in front of you. All right? At the end of the game, we have the grand finale. You add up your backup dancers plus how the dance mob looks based on your lead dancer.
Okay.
And whoever scores the most points wins.
That sounds amazing.
It's super fun. Plays in 12 minutes. You both play on the same side of the table. It's great date night game. 1 to 3 players. You can play up to 6 if you buy 2 boxes.
And then you just put them all together.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. So what was the re-theme? Or is this the re-theme?
This is not the re-theme.
No, you had a re-implementation of this one.
So this is the deluxe, which is in the acrylic. It's normally a card.
Sure. The acrylics are amazing, by the way.
The re-theme that is coming up
is
Squirrel or Die, which is our bestseller.
Got it.
Is having a Flapjacks and Sasquatch re-theme one. The guy that Left Justified that does Flapjacks and Sasquatch is doing Legends of the North version of Squirrel or Die called Squatch and Seek.
Oh,
It looks fantastic. It's coming up. That re-theme is coming up in the small box version. So if you're a fan of either of those titles, you won't go wrong with that game.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Win.
8 minutes. It's like full combat Minesweeper.
Oh. I can dig it.
It's cooperatively, you make a minefield, and then competitively you try to survive a minefield.
I like it.
All in 8 minutes, Tim.
I love it. Even better.
Yeah.
So would you say it overstays its welcome? I'm just kidding.
So the reason I brought the green bag is we have a collector's special going on for Gen Con, which is all 3 small boxes and their expansions, plus one of our pins, and this bag for a special price.
Oh, very cool.
It's great. And
Very
the first
cool.
time these bags have been ever made available. The previous special bag looked like this guy and had the deluxe mouse cheese cat cucumber in it.
I mean, that bag looks
this
nice.
guy, it is nice.
It is
It's
nice.
It is
But
nice.
I love green.
Oh,
you know,
it's not
like,
easy being green, Tim.
It's not easy being
It's
green.
not easy being
It's
green.
not easy. But, you know, we made a rainbow connection today.
It's true.
Wait, now did you tell me, we didn't really talk about how this mouse cheese cat cucumber is played.
Yes, good job.
Galactic Princess.
All right, so
I'm just going to butcher every other title.
No, it's fantastic. So, it's a hidden roll asymmetric play.
Okay.
Tim, what does the mouse want to do?
He wants the cheese.
Yes.
Okay.
What does the cat want to do?
Get away from the cucumber. No?
Yes.
Or get the mouse.
Get the mouse.
Duh,
Yeah,
right.
both of
I
those
got hung up on the
both
cucumber.
those, yeah,
Well-
it wasn't the first time a guy said that to me. Too. All right, so what does the cheese want to do?
Okay, so the cheese wants to be by the cat. I don't know.
Close.
Okay.
The cheese wants everybody to get along. It is neutral. It is Swiss. And
These jokes I should see coming. I don't, and I love them. They are amazing.
they help you learn the game.
Well, there's that they don't get down because they don't go down because they're already getting down. That would be redundant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It teaches a mechanism.
I love it. I love it. They're neutral. They're Swiss.
It's just
great.
The Swiss.
So good.
And then what does the cucumber want to have happen?
I have no idea.
It is evil. It wants all of the
Okay.
characters to devour each other.
Ah, okay. I see. I thought because cats are afraid of cucumbers.
They are.
That is like
That-
an internet
yes,
thing.
And the cucumber is evil. Like if you could see.
Oh,
the
I see
cucumber,
the
this is
Kaiser
cucumber.
I was gonna say it
He
looks
is
like a
the most-
Kaiser.
So this is the most overproduced $13.50 in the history of gaming. All right. Guess how many of these size pages the solo campaign rules are for this game?
Oh, overproduced, you say?
Most overproduced $13.50.
So it's got to be like 3 pages.
It's 80 pages.
How?
It's 80 pages. So it has not one solo mode, not 2 solo modes, not 2 solo modes in campaign mode. It's actually a puzzle.
Okay.
You can actually, as a fourth way to play it, just take all the tiles out and reassemble it, and it will tell you the story of what happened the night in question between the mouse, the cheese, the cat, and the cucumber. It is a game of mysteries and maze building. It had a prequel comic strip called The Adventures of Kaiser Cucumber, which was powered by Terrible Democracy.
Okay.
There are 5 aspects to Kaiser Cucumber. The Fight fans voted on which of the...
Oh.
It was half silent movie, half Inside Out.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And so you voted which of the aspects of Kaiser Cucumber you wanted to happen and so that also has a motion action comic version on YouTube. So you can hear the drama played out. It has an art novella. An art novella, and then we have 6 of those available. All right, they're all hand numbered.
When does it get overproduced? I'm just.
We're not there yet. There are 28 masterpieces in Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber.
Okay.
The art novella has them as full-size 8x8 prints, plus
Wow.
an original narrative that you cannot find any place at all. Told like Mary Shelley's epistemological novel, Frankenstein. So, that is signed in, that is sealed in butcher's paper, wax sealed and twined, and put in an evidence bag.
Wow. I feel like
we're
I
not done.
accidentally signed up to hunt a killer. You know, or something.
no, we're not
And
done
we're not
yet.
done yet.
Yeah, no,
but
no.
wait, there's more.
Yeah, it also has an RPG, which
Oh.
is separate, but it came with the backers.
Uh-huh.
Guess how many pages the RPG is?
Oh my God.
All in.
More than 80?
150 page.
Wow.
Most overproduced, $13.50 a game.
So, how long did that take you to come
I
up
was
with?
lonely during COVID, Tim. Don't ask
Fair,
these questions.
fair.
I'm so lonely.
It's a dark time.
It was-
It's a
for
dark time.
everybody. I was
Streets
just-
are on fire.
I was,
Everybody's sick. You don't want to die.
I moved 3 times during the pandemic. It was rough.
How?
I'm not even going to talk about
How?
it. It
That's
was,
insane.
It was
That's
a rough.
that's
it
a
was
story
rough-
for beers
yeah,
and you
yes,
know,
it's a story for
yes.
beers. It's a rough deal.
Wow. Well, all of these sound incredible, and I only knew about 2 of your games coming into today. but I had a feeling that I was going to be excited about a lot of them because Wes kept saying, "Oh no, like Seppy really likes dark themes and stuff," and I'm like, "I'm here for it."
It's true. There's cannibalism in all the games.
Well, you know, as a child, I grew up being afraid of quicksand. Now I think today's youth should be afraid of cannibals, right?
Oh my God!
It's like I thought, due to my gaming hobby and taste, I thought there'd be a lot more cannibals. you know?
Right? Like I grew up young enough that clowns did not become scary in my lifetime.
Yeah. Well, Bozo was on TV every Saturday or
For
whatever.
the record,
Yeah.
Tim, we talked about how old I am. I also clowned for Jesus.
Woo!
I did ecclesiastical clown college.
Also a story for beers. I would love to hear that. And also appreciate the sweet irony.
I'm not saying it made me gay, but
Oh,
somebody should have known. That kid is too excited about clown ministry.
I'm just going to say right now, if you're watching these out of order, I should have made Seppy the last interview because I don't know that anything is going to top this.
Oh my God!
We have set the bar so high.
No.
This is so much fun. This is awesome.
It's all true and terrible.
This is awesome. I love every bit of it. Well, I'm gonna let you get out of here
that's great.
and find another person to help you socialize. I wish it could be me. If I wasn't working the booth, I'd be like, Seppy, please let me hang out with you all day. I just want to be at your side and hear stories, and because I'm sure for all of the crazy stories you've got, if I walked around with you for 20 minutes, somebody is going to come up with a story of an encounter that they have had with you that is going to be almost as entertaining.
I wish that wasn't true, Tim. We live
I had
in
a feeling.
exciting times. I am variable levels of exciting.
I love it. My philosophy in life is say yes. Just see what happens.
Too many times
it's
I decided to say yes. Too many times I decided to say yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, Seppy, thank you so much. I did not know him before coming on, and so I slid into his DMs, was like, hey, we have a mutual friend. It would be awesome if you would come over and talk to us in the booth.
I hope I did not disappoint.
Not at all. And time is our most valuable
It is.
asset, right?
Absolutely.
And you giving us some of that, it means the world to me. You have made a lifelong friend. I really appreciate you coming on and doing this.
Everybody should understand gaming can make a difference.
Oh my gosh, it really can.
And you can add to the universe what you want. And if that's laughter and games, you can make a difference in people's lives.
And thank you for putting such good out, darkly shaded good out into the universe, because I love it. This is my sense of humor. People, my wife's like, oh, people think you're nice, and then they get to know your sense of humor, and then they should be worried. She's like, don't ever lead with your sense of humor.
You can be kind and not be nice.
Exactly. You can, and that's not good either. I mean,
you can be nice and not be kind, and that's worse.
I guess that's really the worst part of it. That's really the worst part of it. Well, guys, thank you so much for walking down the Rainbow Road. Where did we go?
We caught the Bifrost.
The Bifrost. We were on the Bifrost.
Yes.
Except, unlike the Bifrost, which just takes you from one place to another, we were on the broken Bifrost and went to the whole galaxy of awesomeness. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but please, everybody, check out Fight in the Box, all the things that they've got going on. If you see Seppy, awkwardly approach him and just start asking him about See, I told you I mean. But no, this is great. Thank you, Seppy, so much for being on. Is there anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, I really want to thank Chip Theory. I want to really thank everybody who was supportive of the Conquest campaign. And I want to thank everybody who's making a difference in people's lives by spreading laughter and games.
To quote a movie that I love, be excellent to each other.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, man.
It's true.
Just treat people like you want to be treated. You're going to have a great time.
Absolutely.
Right? Thank you, Seppy, so much.
All right.
For the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim. That's been Seppy.